Good morning, good morning, good morning. um, I got a clip here for us. Tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen, please. Attract some people to the live. There we go. And I got a couple things here. For the well, not a couple things, just one. This here I think happened down in Florida, but I'm not quite too sure. It says McDonald's worker shot after teenager snaps over wrong order. With that being said, let's get it.
Adobe Acrobat Studio is all new. What can PDF spaces with AI do? Drag and research, drop in thoughts. AI pull insights from your docs. You did your thing. It's time to share. Then let your team build from there. Yeah, you can do that. Do that with the all new Acrobat.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, get the help you deserve. Contact Hammock Law Firm today for a free consultation.
I saw everything. When she shot the girl and everything, I told her.
This entire case started inside a McDonald's on a quiet December afternoon. But what happened in the next few minutes would leave one woman dead, 3 sisters in police custody, and an entire family shattered forever.
Oh, I've been crying. Okay, I know you do. You just gotta calm down and stop crying. Everything's gonna be okay. There's a way you can call everything like.
On the 23rd of December 2023, officers were called to the McDonald's on Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, where the scene was already chaotic. Witnesses were shaken, employees were crying, and the victim, Kamanika Woods, a mother of 4 in her 30s, was being rushed to the hospital with a gunshot wound that would soon take her life.
Tap screen, please.
I saw everything. When she shot the girl and everything, I told her.
One work here, the other one provided CPR before EMS got here. Probably gonna get their name in a minute.
QRV1.
According to early witness accounts, the situation started as a verbal argument between the victim and 3 sisters, including 19-year-old Tanaya Evans. Voices were raised. Hands were moving. Nobody could even agree on what the argument was truly about. But what everyone remembered was the sudden shift from words to violence. Inside the McDonald's office, officers reviewed surveillance footage.
Is there another angle? Yeah. Like literally like right in front of the door.
All of this over a McDonald's order.
Everybody's standing right now. Is there a camera there?
Once the officer reviewed the CCTV, they had what they wanted, and all 3 sisters were brought into custody, all to be interrogated separately. Here's what the first sister had to say.
What's your name? Marlo? 1 second. Spell your first name for me.
M-A-L-O.
M-A-L-O. What's your last name?
Williams.
And what's your date of birth? Where you stay?
Where I stay?
Said missing.
Well, let me give you another address. 7154 Cortez? Gordon, Texas. G-O-R. That's where I get the mail.
So how old are you? 24. So it was a situation that transpired at the McDonald's off of Ralph McGill. And you was there during that time. What happened out there that led to this event?
From the beginning, so we were in the drive-thru line, ordering food, trying to place 2 orders through the drive-thru. One for casual, for car. They informed us that since they're short on staff, that they're on. I'm going straight from I don't want to miss nothing. So they informed us that they're short staff. We can only do 1, so we put all our orders together. Then we went to the window. Our order wasn't complete when we got to the window. We were trying to tell the lady we wanted to add more food to the order. And she explained to us that she's new, because it seemed like they had, the lady who first took our order seemed like she had a little attitude or whatever. So when we went to the window, it was a different lady, and she explained to us, we're sorry, I'm new to working or whatever. And she was like, yeah, we all understand, because at first we thought it was attitude or whatever. So we paid for our food, went to the second window to receive our food, and we looked in our bags, didn't have everything in it, so we went inside to tell them with our receipt and let them know that all our food was not in our bags. So, fast food people don't like remaking their food or whatever, so I guess they seemed like they were a little, attitude or whatever, to make the food. And then my sisters was basically, one of my sisters, really not miss this, so it would lead to, okay, so we were still waiting for our food. Then somebody in the back said, can y'all, why they still here? And then one of my sisters made a comment and said, if we had all our food, we would be gone. So then, after one of the ladies in the back said that, the lady who was in the front register, I guess she catch drift of all the emotions or whatever. And see, my sister was like, right here, this is, where people stand, and this is their, whatever. My sister was right here getting the sauce from their inside, and the lady from cash register was like, back up, doing this like this. And she had an attitude, and I'm not sure what my sister said about her. Then the lady who had got shot was saying, she had spoke up and said something, was telling the girl, like, I already know, like, girl, so basically, like, trying to stick up for the register lady. So, then, the other lady, I guess the lady taking up for the register lady felt like that was her way to get bucked or get big. So she was just walking back like, yeah, because nobody wants to smoke, like nobody want to, basically trying to antagonize, saying she want to fight or whatever. And then one of my sisters was like, what you doing all that for or something, saying like you could clock out or whatever. And then one of my other sisters was just saying the same thing. And the lady in the back, and the lady who was the guest, who spoke up for the cash register, was saying stuff like antagonizing to, basically saying, call somebody and told them to bring her fire in or whatever, because these 4 hoes tripping or whatever, something like that. And one of my sisters said something like, I got it on me, shoot who or whatever, like basically saying she was going, the lady was basically saying she was going to shoot first. Then, as we got our food, one of the men, I guess she was a manager at when McDonald's, she had came up to me and my other sister, the pregnant sister, and asked us, like, did y'all get everything? Are y'all okay? What do y'all need or whatever? And me and my sister were okay. We was walking out. And then the other lady still kept talking crazy. And we walking out, me and my other sister trying to get me and my two other sisters to leave out. And then this, the lady who told somebody to go get that fire had walked up to one of my sisters. And when I looked, she saw her hand. I don't know what she did. Her hand went like this, and my sister's hand went like this. So I told her I put my foot down and try to grab her sister because I ain't gonna lie. So, and then I just heard, bah! So I'm thinking, I was looking for my sisters, and then I'm just thinking it was a lady that did the shooting because she said she was gonna shoot first, and then I'm looking, and then I see her on the ground, and then we try to leave, and I see a man with my sister holding her, like trying not to let her go. And then that's when we had called our mom, and we went to go get her. And came back, my sister called her.
This man holding your sister, did you see him holding your sister down? Or what altercations
Yeah.
transpired between them two?
I did. It was me and my two sisters was trying to let him go, let him take him off her because he had the gun to her head, like
Was
holding
it her gun or his gun?
I'm not sure whose gun it was. I just seen him holding her. I was trying to touch him, like let her go, but at the same time he got a gun and it's to her head, and then next thing you know the gun starts moving. So I pushed back, like sir, just let her go. Not knowing who shot who still at the same moment. So I'm thinking.
Let me see what the comments talking about.
Where did your sister get a gun from?
I'm not sure where she got the gun from, but it was already on her.
And you never seen it before?
No.
Saving design is special, taking up a fraction of space, but it produces transfers up to 14 inches wide. That's pretty.
The first sister told detectives that the victim threatened to shoot first. If the victim indeed said that, and she actually had a gun on her, it would have a big impact in the case. But what does the second sister have to say?
So me asking, because they're gonna ask you all that. If it's 4 out there, how did they get to that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what happened?
Imagine that already, they claimed that we had fake tunnels, but we didn't have fake tunnels.
Was somebody that worked there?
Yeah, they was like, we had fake tunnels. We had fake tunnels. Y'all never gave us the food and our change, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so when y'all give us our food or whatever, mind you, we're in the drive-thru, but y'all give us our food, we only got half of the food. So we started telling them, like, we missing this, we missing that, so they getting attitudes and shit, but y'all should have had it right. So we like, all right, they're gonna come in the inside. So we come in the inside, we standing at the counter. I'm standing like this way, but I'm just standing at the counter, I'm turning towards the counter. So the girl was like, we telling the lady what.
No, what I was getting at is, how you doing? With so many of y'all, like none of y'all, I guess it could have happened so fast, because none of y'all stopped to the one.
We didn't even know about my sister had the gun on her until we got into it. This was so crazy. And before my sister even turned out that she had the gun, later already called her like, yeah, I had all y'all with all four y'all the exact what kind of shit I had. Then while he asked for the camera, she like, I had she started popping, people was coming in there, she like, I had y'all on a shot. So then when my sister turned and she like, hell, who shot him? You know, till it on her like, I got one too, like type shit. So the lady was just scared of woo. So mind you, by this time when they arguing, I'm still walking back over to my table back over there to my table to get my food and shit. So the lady started pouring her hand in my face, doing all like this. So I pointed back her like, stop putting your hand in my face, like doing her hand like that. She mushed me 2 times. Then we started fighting. Then me and her started fighting. Then that's when the gun went off, but I didn't know that it was my sister that shot. So when the gun went off, everybody just started running. I turned back around because I ain't see my sister come outside. So when I turned back around, I stepped around. I see the lady laying on the floor. My sister was still in there, and the man had bucked the guy. Look, he's found my sister.
The second sister's story closely matched the first. She repeated that the shooting only happened after the victim mushed food on her sister, and she also claimed no one expected Tanaya to pull a gun. Back at the precinct, Tanaya Evans sat quietly in the interrogation room. She looked tired, shaken, and overwhelmed. When detectives began asking questions, she has this to say.
Alright. You go in the restroom. I'm investigator Francis, investigator McCowan. We definitely want to talk to you about everything that took place today. Just want to ask you a few questions. Before we do that, can I get your first name?
Tonight.
Spell for me.
Iyaevas.
And what's your highest level of education?
Some college.
Okay. And is English your first language?
Yes.
And I'm not asking this to be offensive, it's just standard, okay, just to make sure you understand, okay? So I'm gonna read you your Miranda rights before we ask you any questions, and we're gonna make sure that you understand, okay? So, you have the right to remain silent, do you understand? Anything you say will be used in court as evidence against you, do you understand? You're right. Now and have them present now or at any time during questioning. Do you understand? If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you without cost.
Dang, I'll be right back.
At all times during your questioning. Do you understand? You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. And I'm going to ask you again, and I need for a verbal answer, please. Do you understand these rights?
Sorry about that, y'all.
So, but I still have to ask you the rest. But let me ask you again, do you understand these rights? Do you wish to talk to us at this time without a lawyer? Okay. So, no.
I can call my mama like.
She invoked her right to remain silent and requested a lawyer, but the emotional shift came when they allowed her to speak with her mother.
Tanaya, we've been waiting on you to call. Please help me. I need a lawyer or something. Okay, so listen. Don't write no statements. We've been talking to lawyers already. They're going to come down there and talk to you tomorrow. They said do not talk over the phone. Don't talk about it over the phone. You are going to be okay.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on that, baby. Okay. Tomorrow and Apple are home. I want to come home.
I know you do.
You just got to calm down and stop crying.
Sound to me the work.
We put the time on.
I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I bet you that McDonald's worker wanna go home too. Little bitch.
And Lord Dad is like, Lord Dad is gonna put time on money on your food. Alright. You already got like a pen and stuff like that, where like we can call you, insert pens and stuff like that.
And I want to say this to the mom: you failed your children. You're a failure. Congratulations.
No, I'm at the headquarters in this room. I'm like standing down there. Yeah. They said got you a question. Did you write a statement? No. I said I didn't want to talk. Yeah, that's good. Keep it like that. Don't talk until your lawyer talk to you. Renee Rockwood is your lawyer for the time being. I'm going to bring her down there and see what they say and stuff like that. She's going to try to get you up on here and all that. So just be quiet. Don't talk about it with nobody. We know what happened. They already got to be. Yeah, we know what happened. Everything. Some other people been recording. They was in there. Everything. It's going to be all right. All right. You okay? No. I need to go.
Tap screen, tap screen, tap screen, please. Please tap screen.
Right now, so everything can get set up and stuff, so we get everything situated. Oh, they want to. Alright. You got my number? Yeah. Okay, you got mama number, you know about her? Okay. Apple number 2? No. Yeah, you need to get Apple number 2. What is it? Your phone number. You know your own phone number? Yeah. Okay, because we got your phone right here too. Hold on. And so, they don't know. Yeah, everybody click in, so we got you. I'm going to take my phone up. Alright, I gotta get an option back to the phone. What's up, charge? Did they give you any charge? Did they charge you again? The man, the investigator came and said murder, aggravated assault.
Possession of firearm during commission of a felony.
And possession of firearm during a felony. I don't got a felony.
Murder is a felony.
Oh, no, you're not a felon. You're not a felon.
No, murder is a felony.
Murder is a felony. What's your name? Barty. But she's not a felon.
No one says she's a
She
felon.
just get charged by a conviction felon? No. Oh, murder in the process of committing a felony. Yeah. Hello? Yeah. Don't say that. Okay. It's alright. We already got some money to pay for that shit. Very good. You better keep your hands up. Alright. I love y'all. Love you too. No, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. I love you too, no, thank you.
Mortgage, I can see how much cash I can use easily. I'm getting $80,000, which is more than enough to renovate.
She heard her mother's voice. Denaya broke down. All the shock she'd been bottling up suddenly spilled out. She told her mother she wanted to come home. Unfortunately, Tenaya's insane actions not only took a toll on her, the effect could be felt more by the family of the deceased.
How y'all doing? My name is Austin Berlin with the Atlanta Police Department. That's Mom.
Damn, this happened in Atlanta.
I want to see my baby. I need to see my baby.
Okay, so right now it's a homicide investigation, okay? Let me close the door. So it's a homicide investigation, okay? With a homicide investigation, there's a lot that goes into it, okay? Your child is unfortunately deceased, so she's considered a victim, okay? We have a lot of investigators and officers on the current scene of the incident, and they have to do search warrants and collect evidence and detain who they need to detain to make sure that we're doing everything correctly, okay? Your child has been worked on here. The Amy is here, but I've been told and given strict orders not to allow you guys to see your child until everything is completely done with the investigation, and I've been told by the lead investigator. Okay, once they do what they need to do with their end, you'll probably receive a phone call. Okay, and let you know if you can see your child and identify your child. But I'm just an officer, and the lead investigators are currently working your child's scene right now on RDA. Okay,
They have both suspects.
Right now, I'm not sure what's going on the scene. I was rushed to the hospital with your child to make sure that she was getting treatment. So I'm not sure what's going on the scene right now. Okay. But I just wanted to make sure I reached out to you and tell you guys my condolences. Stuff like this should never happen. You know what I mean? But once the lead investigator gets enough information, you guys will be notified, specifically you, since you're the mother.
So does she leave her contact information?
Do they have anything? Did you reach out? Were you guys on scene?
Once I got there, the ambulance gone, I left.
So you didn't speak to anybody?
No.
Okay. You have, can I get, you got any information?
Yeah. I'm going to put it in our chart here, but I don't know how that works.
Well, can I get a spare piece of paper so I can get her information so I can make sure she reaches out? Yeah, I got her ID. We didn't need her ID. Like I said, from her clothing down to her undergarments, everything is evidence because they have to conduct their own investigation, reference to the ME, reference to a homicide investigation, stuff like that. So, I'm sorry you're going through this, ma'am. I really am.
One family lost a daughter. Another watched theirs be taken into custody. And a moment inside a fast food restaurant. A moment that could have ended with people
Damn
simply
crazy.
walking away. Instead, turned into a shooting that changed every life in that room. By the end of the night, Tanaya Evans was charged with murder, aggravated assault, firearm possession during a felony, and theft by receiving a stolen weapon. The sisters were released without charges, but they remain tied to a tragedy.
Hi, I'm Lisa Figueroa of the Florida Defense Team in Orlando. Unspoken Crime Murders asked me to give some legal insight, not legal advice, how self-defense is evaluated in a shooting case involving a public business. In cases where the suspect claims self-defense, the investigators are going to look at a few different things. They're going to look at how reasonable it was that the person used this deadly force, and was it proportional? Did it match the force that the other person was using? What were the circumstances that led up to it? Who provoked it? Investigators are also going to look at the evidence, physical evidence, digital evidence. Is there surveillance? They're going to talk to witnesses. They'll evaluate the crime scene. They're going to look at the timing about how things unfolded. And they may also look at what the person did afterward. The fact that someone was an unarmed victim doesn't necessarily mean that someone can't claim self-defense. But prosecutors and the investigators are going to look a little bit more closely at the evidence to see whether or not self-defense is valid. They may look at whether or not the unarmed person was actually larger or stronger than the person who used deadly force. They'll also look at whether or not that person was charging them or tackling them or somehow cornering them where the person had no other way to avoid this imminent threat of serious bodily injury. The prosecutors will also look at whether or not the evidence shows the shooter was being attempted to be disarmed. So if the person that ended up getting shot was actually trying to take away the weapon when the person pulled it, that might be a factor they also consider. And then the biggest thing usually is the defender's actions afterwards. Did they stay on the scene? Did they immediately call 911? Did they give consistent statements? And not that they necessarily should, but those are some of the things that they'll evaluate. At the end of the day, the prosecution will look at it, but ultimately in these cases, it ends up being a jury question. And those are the ones that get to decide whether or not the actions the shooter took was reasonable in that situation.
This is pretty cool. Whoa, look, the official chicken of the SEC. What's that stand for? Sports.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for being here. See you again soon.